Visionaries, welcome back. Coming back to you this time with another Merch by Amazon video. Today, I wanted to talk to you about my pricing strategy, which when I was thinking about this video, I was like, do I have a strategy? I kind of just go with what makes sense for the particular product and what niche it's in. But then as I got into a few months into Merch by Amazon, so for those that don't know, I've been on Merch by Amazon my first full year now. So I started in February of 2018 up to now. So it's been 1 year thus far. And so when I first started tier 10, a majority of those shirts in tier 10, I ended up buying them myself. So I guess you could say I bought myself out of the niche, but those shirts are my most profitable shirts to this day. So I must have been doing something right because those are definitely it. So when I first started, I was kind of being stubborn and pricing so that I could make some kind of profit offhand because I was using tools like Canva and the Merch Momentum, getting the Merch Momentum newsletter to get ideas, things of that nature. And so it was costing me money in the beginning. But that money was a small investment for the benefit that I got from those. So, but earlier on, I was still kind of like, okay, well, I bought some shirts, I'm getting momentum, I'm starting to get organic sales beyond that. I was kind of like, well, I want to make some kind of profit. So initially, I started out, and actually, one of my first shirts was a premium shirt. So you guys know that the price point on those shirts are higher than the regular standard shirt, and so by a couple of dollars, I guess. So when I put that premium shirt up, it started to sell. The niche was a competitive niche, but the pricing, I started it out at $21.99. And the shirt had been making sales just fine until about 3 months in. After it had been up, I could count on it to make at least 6 or 7 sales a month. Now, again, starting out tier 10, 20, tier 25, that's awesome because that bumped me up past tier 25 pretty quickly with a couple of shirts in my catalog that were getting consistent sales, 6 or 7 sales a month. So at $21.99, I was kind of spoiled. Like, those are my best shirts and they're selling just fine, and it's $21.99 until somehow, probably, other folks doing research and stuff, that niche got oversaturated because the shirts that were in that niche initially, they weren't well designed. They were just one word on a shirt, no graphical elements, things of that nature. They were kind of just thrown up there. And I looked at the publishing date for some of those when they were uploaded, and they were early 2017, late 2016. So they were just kind of up there making money. Whoever put them up there were good with the sales every now and then and just left them as it is. So then I kind of reinvigorated the niche, put some designs up there, and then mine started selling pretty regularly and got ranked above the ones that were there before, even at the higher price. Then serendipitous thing happened. I got a review on it, a 4 out of 5 or something like that, and I started getting a couple of reviews, so I was able to keep it at the $21.99. Now, if you fast forward a couple months after that, then I started having to play pricing wars because it was more competition at that time. People had woken up to the fact that there's demand there, but the designs were not too good. Mine was the best of the lot, and it still is because I still make consistent sales from it, but I smartened up and did some variations on my design so that I can stay close to the top, and that I still have a shirt at $21.99 to this day. But that is an off case. A majority of my shirts I start at $14.99. I started some off at $12.99. This was like in September, right before Halloween, but Halloween was it did so well. Like Q4 started doing so well that I started, bringing them in at $14.99 or $15.99 to start, and then after a couple of sales, then I would put it at $19.99. So a majority of my shirts are at $19.99. And if you look back at my first video, my first year on merch, and I'm showing my pretty merch dashboard and the ratio of the Amazon profits versus my royalties, you will see the 80-20 split there. And so that to me is as much as I'm willing to give away right now. However, I think that not just pricing rock bottom from the beginning did definitely stunt my growth, because if you also look at my first year on Merch by Amazon video, I am at tier 1000, but I haven't had 1,000 sales yet. So others like my other brethren on YouTube, like RJ Martinez, would probably have said or reminded that I should have priced lower to begin with, not worry about profit royalties from the beginning, and I would grow much faster. I could be, in theory, tier 2,000, 4,000, whatever by now, if I would have priced all my shirts lower and just tried to ratchet up the number of sales versus the profit or royalties that I made per sale. So take a look at my first video. You'll see my earnings. Obviously, Q4 was awesome. It kept me interested in Merch by Amazon. My goal this year is to 3 times what I did. So I did about $3,000 in royalty. So I want to do at least 10 this year to keep me interested here. And I'm also delving into other PODs, but for Merch by Amazon. So as you can see, my process wasn't set in stone when I first joined. Did, the highest price that was gonna get me some sales in the particular niches. I tailored my price point to that niche. You don't want to be totally out of the ballpark, because you won't sell any shirts unless you just have this magnificent design that people fall in love with and are willing to pay a premium price for. So price within the niche, and then adjust it from there based on what makes sense to you. Obviously, reviews and things help you to garner a higher price for it, but just be competitive. Around Christmas, I had to, in more saturated niches, I definitely had to play around with price, and it was annoying because, you're making 10 cents or 25 cents or no cents on certain shirts. It's kind of like a giveaway. But I've got a large enough catalog now where I'm like, these are kind of my giveaway shirts versus the ones that I know will garner a higher price. The highest price that I have on any particular shirt is $22.99. So I've seen some people say they sell their shirts for $24.99, $25.99, things of that nature. My graphics on a lot of my shirts, they're pretty nice, but they're still fairly simple designs. I wouldn't say I'm a well-versed graphic designer, but I know enough to be dangerous because I have a desktop publishing background and know layout and, pretty good eye for design. So they're decent enough to, I would say, garner $21.99, $22.99. Up from there, I will definitely play with it, but I won't say my designs are, that, magnificent enough to go beyond that. So that's what my first year has been like. My strategy is not set in stone. I kind of play around with it as I go. I welcome your thoughts on how you price things, what works for you, what tier you're on. Just sharing with the community your experience is very helpful to us as well. If you are not a visionary, a subscriber to this planet, we are creatives, entrepreneurs, and want to share our vision and anything that will help us grow as a community. So please do comment below and subscribe. Share this with others that's along their Merch by Amazon journey. And I welcome you back for my next video. Until next time, be well and peace, family.